Sometimes you're just a piece of shit. But we're going off the fact here that probably there's a bit of work that needs to be done. And hopefully this can give you a bit of an insight into why a man and a woman may shut down. When it does happen, there's always the kind of throwaway comments of, oh, we only shag like once a month, or, oh, she just doesn't want to have sex with me anymore, or I'll be lucky if I get a BJ for my birthday, please, please. And so quite often it just isn't the case. And there's a bit of a breakdown in how we speak and how we deal with each other. And that's really what I want to address today. Now, when this does happen as well, we do want to sleep with you. Women do want to sleep with you, and guys do want to sleep with their partner as well. It isn't like we've just been completely turned off. There's just other things happening that could have fucked with our day. We're all horny bastards at the end of the day. So it is inside there somewhere. So the first reason why intimacy can shut down in a woman is because there are communication barriers. Now, when there's a lack of communication, honest and open communication, this can make things really hard. When a woman feels unseen or unheard, this can really hinder the relationship and the emotional connection. This can be as simple as knowing when she's had a hard day. So maybe she gets home and you've got dinner planned for her. Maybe she's had a really shit situation at work, or she's had a really hard conversation with one of her friends, or she's just really tired and really drained, and you're doing the things so she knows that she's being thought of. Or maybe she's mentioning that restaurant like 7 times, and you just taking note of it and booking it spontaneously can be amazing, because it just means she feels that there's a great line of communication, and you're kind of picking up the signs that she's putting down. Not all men, we're not great at this. It does take a bit of effort. Sometimes we do miss the small details, but I promise you, if you take the time to really actively listen to what's happening, I think you'll find a lot of like golden nuggets along the way of how you can improve that line of communication. Number 2, when she feels misunderstood. Men can be really, really fucking stubborn, coming from one. And sometimes we just don't want to let things go. So when she feels misunderstood, like we don't want to come to conversations with an open mind and we have a one-track perception, it can make them shut down, because they, again, don't feel like we really get them, we really understand them, we're really there for them, and we can really see where they're coming from. Some things are also hard to communicate in a relationship. So when she is trying to open up and she is trying to share something that maybe you don't potentially want to hear, being able to understand and empathize and sympathize can really help, where they just feel a lot more open. And this can really help intimacy. Number 3, when she doesn't trust you. This can be a massive ruiner for intimacy. When she doesn't trust you, this can be like trusting the things you say, or even trusting the fact that she can count on you, or the fact that you're going to be there for her. The biggest way to make sure she can trust you is do what you said you were going to do. Follow up on your actions, so it's not just all talk. Otherwise, this shows when you say things, it doesn't really have any great value. I'm sorry again. Oh, I'm sorry, I fucked up again. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. If you don't follow up in the actions you say, you just become a shit talker. And this can really fuck up the trust in a relationship. If you make a mistake, take the time, fix it. If you're going to apologize for something, I think the biggest way you can apologize is by your actions. Because after a while, the words you say just start to lose a bit of meaning if you're just saying sorry every single time. When a woman feels safe and secure in a relationship, she will trust you and follow you to the ends of the earth, when she feels like you can take care of her. Number 4, there's previous baggage that she's carrying. Now, we all have past traumas or past issues or past relationships, or, we've been cheated on, or whatever it is. We all have issues that maybe haven't been resolved. Number 1, probably go to therapy if you're self-aware enough to understand you have those issues. But number 2 is that a lot of the previous points I've mentioned can really help with this, because if you can sit down with this person and really communicate and make them feel safe, seen and secure in terms of walking and talking through the different situations they've been in, this can help to get rid of that baggage and also just work through it. Sometimes they just haven't had the safe space where they can talk you through what's happened in their life. Like, we get in these situations where there's a knee-jerk reaction. You may be speaking to your missus or your boyfriend, and they'll overreact to something, or you might seem like or to you it might seem like an overreaction. But really, if you take the time to wonder why are they reacting like this, there must be a reason why. There must be something there. Like if you're having a argument, like a debate, and they get really defensive, I think it's interesting to think, why are they reacting that way? Like, they seem really defensive, they're shut down, they can't communicate. There must be a reason why, and quite often there's always something, whether it was their past boyfriend, they were never listened to, they were always shouted at as a kid. There's something that made them react that way, and this is part of the baggage. If you take the time to understand and work through it with them, I promise you, your intimacy levels will skyrocket.